Okay, Sarah?
Aye.
All right, aye. So motion approves. So we're gonna, for the agenda as is. Consent items, let's see. So any questions on the board meeting minutes or the special meeting minutes? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know what I just did. Any concerns or questions? If not, then I would take a motion.
This is Sarah. I'll motion to approve the consent items.
Okay, Sarah with the motion, second by
I'll second it.
Rod. Let's just go Sarah, aye or nay?
Aye.
Rod,
Aye.
Angie,
Aye.
Lisa, aye. All those, we approved it. So we are down to communications for the public. It doesn't look like there are any. Director's report.
Okay, so our May 2020 circulation was, of course, down compared to May of 2019. It was down by about 1,682 checkouts. That amounted to about 42% decrease from May of 2019. Obviously, the library was closed. No adventure passes were used. We launched our Bean Stack reading program on May 21st. And as of 4:30 today, we had 130 readers signed up. Last year, by the time summer reading was done, we had almost 500 people participate. So we've got a ways to go, and we do expect the numbers to be down this year just with everything being online. But we're gonna continue to do a big push this week trying to get people to sign up. We've added chair yoga via Zoom to our weekly programming beginning June 9th. So we're going to do that June and July.
Is that instructor led or like a video?
It's instructor led. Her name is Brandy Young. And it's going to be at 9 o'clock in the morning on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Nice.
We are going to, one of the ways that we're going to kind of continue to promote our summer reading program is we are going to have a community scavenger hunt next week. We've got 12 businesses signed up right now in Polk City to put book covers in their windows. And we'll kind of put our summer reading flyer there with it as well. And starting June 8th, people can come to the library or go online and download the scavenger hunt form and find the things that are on there. And then when they bring back their completed scavenger hunt thing to the library, we'll have just a small prize for them. So we had a lot of our adult summer reading presenters have canceled, even more since last month, but we've still got 4 online programs. And we're looking at adding a Zoom murder mystery. So we bought the script. We're looking over that this week. We also got one for teens. So we'll be looking to see if we can get those added into our programs. So like all of our summer youth reading people that we had contracted are doing either Zoom or they are providing us with a pre-recorded video. So those are all going on as planned. And then just some extra things that we worked on this month at the library. We've got all of the Niche Academy tutorials added to our website, and our patrons are really enjoying those. We're getting good feedback. We've got the online appointment or scheduling stuff set up on our website, ready to launch when we get to that point. We've been continuing to work on the cataloging and spine labels for our adult series. So if you go to James Patterson, then all of his series are together, or Nora Roberts, as opposed to just all over the place. And that's something we've been working on. We've just had more time to work on it. Our ABC books, the easy reading books, they were always in bins by, like these were level 1, level 2. We've now cataloged those a little bit further, so when you go to the catalog, you can look it up and it'll tell you that it's going to be in red bin number 5, so you know exactly where to look for it. And we're going to be doing board books next with those. We've been working with the school. The high school teachers contacted us asking to put their summer reading lists online. So we've created those book lists of the books that we have in the library so they can get to those. We've been working on the inventory. We've been sending out craft kits, usually 2 craft kits a week. Well, actually 3. There's usually one to go with the story time. And then usually about Wednesday or so, we'll set one out that's one's geared towards like the pre-K and then one's more of a K-5 type activity. And those disappear quickly when we put them out. And then you may have seen Pam and Melissa, they've been doing Facebook videos on science projects. Pam did a promotion on our cake pans. She did a tutorial on how to make a mask out of the sleeve of a t-shirt. So they have really stepped out of their comfort zone and made videos and putting themselves out there just to kind of keep people looking at our social media. So those are some of the things we've been working on behind the scenes, I guess.
Okay. Any questions or comments on the director's report? All right, let's move on to liaison report. Jeff, do you have anything?
Yep, a few things have been going on in the city that you've probably been seeing. The original town asphalt overlay project's going on right now. It should be wrapping up pretty soon. So you'll see a fair amount of vehicle traffic from Grimes Asphalt around the square and in that neighborhood. Today was the official opening of parks in town, minus restroom facilities and drinking fountains. Those are still going to be closed until further notice. And we are going to be in our final readings of the new trash collector. We'll have a single trash collector in town starting July 1st, as well as irrigation water rate increases here around July 1st as well, assuming the 3rd readings go through here in the next council meeting.
So parks being open, does that also include the baseball and softball fields?
The sports complex on the west side of town along Westbridge Road is still closed. That land is owned by U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, and they have kept those types of facilities closed.
Okay, I didn't know who made the decision on that, but okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yep.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Anybody have questions for Jeff? All right, moving on. Board education. Doesn't look like Corey's here, so we'll table that. Unless somebody else wants to like pinch hit and do it. Jeff? Rod?
No.
I saw Rod's little box light up. I didn't know if he was volunteering.
I was laughing.
Just for like your information, since you're a newer member, we have X amount of board education we have to do a year. What is it, Jamie?
3 to 5 hours.
So
Well, 3 to 5 hours, yes, per year.
yeah. So what we kind of decided last year was instead of making Jamie do it, we'd all pick a topic in a month, and then, you know, we would get the half hour or whatever it took to prepare for it as our board education, and then we're also providing the board education. So you'll be tasked at some point, but you'll be able to select something at some point. We'll get you caught up. Jamie can get you that list. All right, so let's move on to agenda items. Election of officers for fiscal year 21. Oh yeah, we nominated people yet last time. I guess any discussion on this? Otherwise, I'd take a motion to pass the officers as nominated prior. All right, motion?
I'll approve the motion to elect Lisa as president and Angie as secretary.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay, so Sarah makes the motion, Rod seconds it. Rod, in favor? Yes. All right, Sarah,
Aye.
Angie?
Aye.
Aye. All right, motion passes. Let's see, number 2, review of the electronic access policy. Did anybody have questions? It doesn't look like we have to make a motion or anything. It's just a review, right, Jamie?
The only thing that I changed in it was the previous one said that you needed to sign in with basically library staff in order to use it. And so I just changed it to log in because we now have the software where they have to log in online when they get on the computer.
So you think we should technically approve it since it's a change? Do we need to make a motion to approve it since it's a change? Probably. What do you think?
Probably. It wouldn't hurt. Like you said, yeah, it's just a semantics change, but
Okay, so let's just do it to be safe. So can I get a motion to approve the changes to the electronic access policy?
I'll make a motion to approve the electronic access policy.
Rod moves, and can I get a second?
I'll second.
Sorry, Angie seconds. Let's go. Rod, aye.
Aye.
Aye. Sarah, aye. Day.
Aye.
Angie.
Aye.
Lisa, aye. Motion passes. Discuss dates for opening of the library.
oh, patron behavior policy.
Oh, crap. Patient behavior policy, sorry. Monday's a long day. No, there wasn't any changes to that one, right?
There were none.
Okay. Did anybody have any questions, concerns, etc.? No? So we really don't, go ahead.
The only thing I can think of is stuff that's related just to what's going on right now. But we can discuss that later. You know what I mean? When I think of patron behavior, like if you're thinking of like whether you require someone to wear a mask or not wear a mask, or, you know, kind of ties in there as well. But
Yeah, I was just gonna see if like any of that could be,
I don't know if you can. But
Well,
no, in general, I didn't have anything to add.
and then I think we'd have to, before we can, well, did we talk about this last time? I don't know that we want to draw a line in the sand saying we're going to require masks or not require masks unless we have, I feel like we should do whatever the city decides to do.
I agree.
Look, did we lose Jeff, or is he still here?
He's still here.
Okay. Have you guys talked about that at all?
We have not had conversations like that. That'll really be made up to, that will be the decision of Chelsea Huseman, our city manager.
Sure.
I think it's probably a good idea though to follow their policies.
Yeah.
At a minimum, you know, Jamie and your staff will have more patrons. You'll have likely more interactions with people. So like I said last month, you need to do what you need to keep safe and keep your staff safe as well. So if you think that everyone needs a mask, then you know you're going to have the potential of turning people away, or you have to go buy a box of masks and hand them out, or you know, there's no one good way.
Right.
So I think just take in consideration the safety of your staff and their comfort level at this time.
Right now, our stuff is stated just that, like, even when, like, the page where they would go online to make an appointment to come to the library, it is worded as they are strongly encouraged to wear a mask. The staff working the front of the library will wear a mask, so when we're interacting with the public, we will have them on.
And have we reached out to anybody to see about like getting masks to hand out, or even?
I have not gone that far yet, so.
I would start looking at that, because if we're gonna, you know, if we're June, you know,
Right. So
I mean,
I
I think
will,
we could just send something out on Facebook and just be like, you know, as we start trying to make a plan, so not even saying a hard start date, but as we're starting to make a plan, some of the things that we're looking at is how to, you know, protect our patrons and our, you know, is there anybody out there that would be willing to donate masks or cloth masks to the library? I think you'd probably get some people that would do it.
probably get some, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm with, I know what you're saying, Sarah, but I don't know that we can really, was there, I gotta go back and look, was there like something in there that like the director has the overall say in theory of,
Let's see. Exceptions to the above may be authorized by the library director and or the library board of trustees. No exception will be made regarding the use of tobacco. Oh,
yeah, I think that should cover for now until we know better permanencies of,
right now, as far as I know, the only library that is attempting to require masks is West Des Moines.
okay. Yeah, okay. All right, so we don't need, are we, any more comments or questions or concerns on that policy? Okay, so then let's talk about number 4, discussing dates for opening the library.
So I had shared with you the library directors in the metro area had a meeting last week, and they are definitely, originally, Chelsea had told me that the city managers were all working together, really wanting to have this cohesive opening type thing so that cities weren't pitting against each other, so to speak. But it kind of looks like, at least in library land, that's not holding true. Ankeny was actually hoping to open today, but they didn't get their plexiglass shields, so they're hoping to, their plan is to open next Monday if they get everything. Things are really all over the board. If you looked at that, Johnston is looking at opening just 4 public computers on the 22nd of June, but not having their building open. Altoona and Des Moines are saying they're not opening until after the 4th of July. They're looking at that July 6th, which is actually Polk City Hall's target date for opening City Hall. Waukee has said that they will not open to the public at all this summer. And everybody else pretty much is looking at a June 15th date. Bondurant opened almost 2 weeks ago to appointments, and Carlisle opened last Tuesday. So they are truly all over the board.
I personally am of the mindset that we don't open our doors until the city opens their doors. I just think that we should be consistent. I mean, if in theory, and if the city doesn't feel comfortable opening City Hall to the public for the safety of those employees, why would we allow the library to open sooner?
I kind of agree with that too. Kind of keeping things consistent.
So if the library, so if City Hall on July 6th unlocks the door and allows people to come in, are we still able to keep our doors locked and do appointments, or do we have to unlock and be consistent with the city in that way as well?
No, I think we could, that's when we would start like phase 1, 2, 3, whatever we do. Because we'll see more, patrons / customers than the city does, So I think it's rational that we can, baby step our way into that as well. Just my opinion. Rod, Sarah?
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff, is there any indication when they would reopen or not really?
I'm sorry,
No.
what?
I was just curious if there is talk at all about City Hall reopening or not.
July
Yeah,
6th, right?
July 6th.
Okay.
And that's still a moving target. I don't think we'll see it sooner. I think it will really, it could very easily change given the volatility of what's going on right now, as we see, you know, businesses opening, things moving along, people are treating summer like summer. I think if we see a resurgence in cases, it could halt openings, it could reinstate closures. So I think it's okay for you guys to have a tentative date. I think it's okay to follow the city. I also think it's okay for you guys to say, we're open for business July 6th with these new rules and conditions where you are open by appointment, limiting time, limiting certain access, and the amenities. Again, it's to keep the patrons safe as well as the staff safe. So I think you guys are going the right track.
Jamie, I mean, you got the plexiglass in, right? And you have the supplies. Is there anything else that you feel like you're really missing that that you need to have by July 6th tentatively to open by appointment?
So we have the plexiglass. The one thing that we are waiting on yet is more of the hand sanitizer dispensers that we can put out around the library. Their target delivery date is now June 8th to the 18th.
Okay.
So when I look on Amazon for the one, the bigger one that I purchased, it has not shipped yet. But it is it's a touch-free dispenser, stands on the floor, so it's probably 3-4 feet high, but it allows us to pour in. So the city got an entire pallet of these gallon jugs of hand sanitizer from Iowa Prison Industries. But they're like water. So if you put them just we're trying to avoid pump dispensers anyway, where people have to touch it to use it. But this one is it's the only dispenser I found that allows you to add your own hand sanitizer to it. Otherwise, like the Purell ones, we have to buy the little cartridges that go in. And we've got some of those coming too, but this freestanding one will allow us to pour those gallon jugs in and utilize that hand sanitizer in a better way. And so we're planning on putting that one right there kind of at the corner of the circ desk and the computers, so it's really easy for people to use before they check out. They can use it at the computers. We're going to put just one of the Purell wall-mounted ones over in the children's area. And then there'll be one kind of back by the teen makerspace area as well. Just
Yeah, so it sounds like you guys have things covered. You know what I mean? If you go starting beginning of July.
I mean, truly, I don't think it's anything that we need to like move that you start on this date or make a motion. I think it's within your realm as the library director to decide when you're going to open. But, I would think, that's, we task you with that maybe responsibility. I mean, do you want a motion right now, I guess is what I'm asking? Do you want us to like make a motion that says we give you the authority, or that we're going to we won't do any sooner than when the city opens their doors? What do you want, Jamie?
Basically, we're looking for guidance, and that's kind of what we've been telling our patrons too, is that excuse me, the board meets, we're waiting for the board meeting to get some guidance from the board on what the plan was. The patrons are definitely getting antsy.
Mm-hmm. What are they wanting that you can't? I mean, what type of services, Jamie? Because if they want to book, they're able to contact you guys and have you do curbside, right?
They are. And
what kind of, I guess, when you're talking to the patrons, what services are they wanting that they need to physically be in the library for?
Social.
Yeah.
Definitely social, and we've told them, well, that definitely the coffee people want us to open, and we've told them, well, there's still no programming, you're not going to have coffee.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, it's a whole lot easier when you're looking for a book to come in and browse the books. to see what's there, to pick up a book. You know, you look at the cover, you read the flaps. You know, it's a whole lot easier to do that than to try and find something in the online catalog.
Yeah.
Especially for the families that are looking for picture books, things like that, easy readers, and even adults who are looking for their books.
Well, then, I mean, if you want it so it's coming from us, then we'll make a motion that we're not gonna, you know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you want some teeth behind it, we can do that. But I mean, are we all on the same page as like not implementing, what phase would it be? I don't have the phases in front of me.
I don't have them right handy either.
I pulled, let's see, but I add them up. Hold on a second.
We never got to a zero closure. Like
See, that's the thing too, while you're looking, like, I feel like we have done a good, we as in like you guys have done a great job of serving our community through this entire thing, because as that sheet we just looked at, there's a lot of libraries that have not. And I mean, which that's whatever decision for them is the right decision, but we've, I think, went above and beyond by providing the services that we have through this time.
I think so too. I have it up. So phase 1 was like a complete closure, like a stay-at-home order. Phase 2 is open, no public access, which included gatherings of 10 or fewer permitted. Phase 3 was open or social distancing, gathering of 50 or fewer, bars and restaurants reopening. And that was by appointment and curbside pickup. Phase 4 would be like open with fewer restrictions. And then normal operations would be like phase 5.
So based upon that, we're like at a 2.1, 2.2 right now.
Yeah.
Or is it like 3? Because I mean, well,
I'm just saying we've got a little bit of 3 and a lot of 2.
so I would say if we're going to make a motion, you know, somebody, you'd make a motion of something saying, you know, I move that we're not going to move to phase 3 until this date at the earliest. Is that, or does somebody have a better way of saying it?
You might make a motion stating that you'll move into the next phase on or approximately July 6th and give Jamie the authority to make those changes as needed per city guidance,
Okay.
you know, government guidance, governor's guidance.
So like a tentative open.
Yeah. That way it gives Jamie some flexibility so she doesn't necessarily have to hold a special meeting between now and July 6th.
Sure. All right. Who's going to make that? Who's going to like, wish Jeff could just
Put
like,
the words together.
Sorry.
no, that was good. No, that was great.
I'll motion to approve reopening the library, moving into the next phase on or around July 6th, giving the director the authority with city guidance to reopen around that time.
So Andrew with the motion,
I'll second that.
Rod with a second. Sarah,
Aye.
Angie,
Aye.
Rod,
Aye.
Lisa, I. Motion passes. You're, I'm guessing, good with that, Jamie?
Nope, that's fine. I'm just thinking like tomorrow I will probably do some sort of a Facebook post and probably put something on our website just to kind of give people the idea that that's kind of our next target date. Just so that maybe it'll slow down some of the phone calls. Kind of
I
give
think
them.
you also could remind them that, you know, we do have laptops, you know, these are the services that we still have through this next month. You know, you can still do curbside checkout. You can still check out a lap or Chromebook and use it in the parking lot, blah, blah, blah.
I would assume that after July 6th, you're probably going to offer some level of curbside pickup anyway
We will
until,
continue that for the foreseeable future.
yeah. I mean, I've said here, I've said it here a couple times now. We've been using it. It's been great. You know,
Mhm.
we don't mind the online service and then the curbside pickup. It's been wonderful. So keep up the good work there.
Thank you.
Okay, so number 5 is approve staff salary increases for fiscal year 21. So I chose to keep it on the agenda because it sounds like the city's maybe pushing off or looking at pushing off increases until September versus in July. Now, as a library, we have the ability to do, as a library board, we have the ability to do what we want because we're the governing body. So we could do it now, but we also could do it. We tend to like to do what the city does and work harmoniously with them. But that's why I decided not to take it off the agenda. So we could discuss it and, you know, make a motion to do what they do at that time, or we could just make a motion to just push it to the side until the city starts looking at increases as well. Also, I dropped the ball and we didn't get Jamie's evaluation done. So, I mean, last year we gave her an increase and did her evaluation after the fact. We could do that again this year, but we'll get some people to do that as well. So that's just kind of my rationale by leaving it on. So we can just put it in writing, you know, that we are going to choose to do whatever. Does that make sense? Kind of. So, I mean, discussion.
My thought is just keep consistent with what the city's doing.
Okay.
I agree with Sarah.
Yeah. Angie, you're good with that?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Well, does somebody want to just make a, well, I guess we just table it. We'll just table it until the future. Do we? I mean, we really don't need to, we're not approving it. We're not,
Mhm.
we could make a motion to discuss it again when the city brings it up, or we could just table it.
I think in the past we've just tabled
Yeah.
things until we've actually made a motion on it.
Yeah, let's table it. And I don't know, it's not on the agenda, but it's tied to the increases. So I don't know if I can really, well, actually, essentially, I would say if you're interested in being part of who's on the personnel committee still? Do we know? Like, who would be
You were going to determine that as one was needed.
okay,
Yeah, I don't think anybody was on.
that's right. Well, last time we did the evaluation, it was Sarah and I. So,
Yeah, we've done it the last couple of years.
what?
Yeah, the last couple of years, you and I have done it.
Okay. So, and I don't know if this needs to be like decided now, or if you're interested, you could email. I'm trying to think if I should even, since it's not on the agenda, if we can.
I don't believe, because it's not an agenda item, so you probably can't make a motion on something that's
Right,
not
but we
on the
could-
agenda.
Can we discuss it? If people are,
Yeah, if you have open time, yeah.
all
You
right.
can
I mean,
have
is anybody interested in being part of the process? I can do it again or be part of it. but-
Say I can do it too.
Okay. All right. Maybe we'll do, I mean, Corey's not here, but we could look at doing that, and then next year, then somebody else can, or however, we'll just figure it out. But let's get it done to be fair to Jamie.
Okay.
And I would just say, it's always been helpful in the past if, everybody kind of gives some feedback.
Right, right. So whether it's an email, did we have everybody look at it after we did it? Is that what we did last year? My mind's.
I don't know, we'd have to go back and look. I don't think so.
Or do we just ask for input? I think we just asked for input.
I don't think we discussed it.
Okay. Well, you and I can talk about it, and then we'll
Okay.
figure out a way to gather information.
Sounds good.
All right. Anything else? Thanks for your help, Jeff, with that. Anything else? Anybody? All right, then I would take a motion to adjourn. Our next meeting is July 6th. So that'll be about the time to know what's going on a little bit more.
I'll motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second?
I'll second that.
Okay, so a motion by Angie, second by Sarah. Rod?
Aye.
All right, Angie?
Aye.
Sarah?
Aye.
Lisa, aye. Okay, we are adjourned at 7:07.